Hey, this is Trevor English creating my final for Theories of Personality, and I have made my own theory of personality that consists of 5 factors that I believe impact it the most and create a sense of self. And my 5 factors are traits, environment and experiences, stress, defense mechanisms, and identity. Now, these 5 factors work together to create who somebody is, and it creates personality, and that's why I believe it's my theory of personality. Now, I'll start with traits. The formal definition I have of traits is genetically determined characteristics. These are the things that no one can change. You get them from your parents, your grandparents, your ancestors. You're born with them, and you can't change them. You're stuck, no matter what. But it contributes to your personality and makes you who you are, whether you can change them or not. And my example is my eyesight. My dad has bad eyesight, my grandpa has bad eyesight, my aunts and uncles all have bad eyesight. It was bound to happen to me. And when I got tested when I was younger to see my eyesight levels, of course they were bad, and it was recommended that I get glasses. Now, those of you who know me have never seen me in glasses, and that's because I had these things for one day, and I was like, I'm done. I cannot do this, as you can see. It just doesn't work. I hate glasses, and so I chose contacts, and that is a big part of my personality because the glasses weren't going to work for me, so I chose to go the contact route, and it really made me me, and it's something I can't control, but that's who I am. Next is environment and experiences. The formal definition here are people, places, and things around you that have an impact on your behavior. Now, these are your friends, the groups you hang out with, everything that happens to you on a daily basis contributes to the environmental and experience aspect of your personality. Now, my example here comes from my childhood. I had a childhood best friend, and before I met him, I played basketball, baseball, all kind of the normal childhood stuff. I met him, and I immediately got into skateboarding. From that day, I never stopped. It contributed to my identity so much, I still do it today, and now that's the groups that I identify with. I do it pretty much on a daily basis, and it really shaped who I am as a person from that kid that I used to hang out with. So he was a big part of my experiences as a child. The third thing is stress. Now, this is the subjective feeling that's produced by uncontrollable and threatening events. When most people think of stress, they think negative. They think school, tests, everything bad that is caused by stress. And this is kind of necessary as humans because we need stress to motivate us and to help us get things done, but not all stress is bad. There is something called eustress, and this is positive stress on the body. And when I think of positive stress, I kind of think of gambling. Now, I know that gambling can be bad because some people can't control it and they spend all their money, and then that creates a negative stress. But I'm almost 21, so I plan to go to the casinos and have fun, but I know my limits and I know what I can spend. Right now I play some Keno every once in a while, and it does create a very positive stress for me, and it's a good time just to have the feeling that you can win money, and it's a good thing. It's good to relax and have some positive stress in your life every once in a while. Next is defense mechanisms. These are strategies for coping with anxiety and threats to self-esteem. The guy that came up with defense mechanisms is all of our favorite guy, Sigmund Freud. And he has a lot to do with this because defense mechanisms mostly happen within the unconscious mind, and that's what he was all about. So I have some defense mechanisms here that I think are important to personality, and those are denial, which is the refusal to accept reality or fact, acting as if a painful event, thought, or feeling did not exist. Second one is projection. This is the misattribution of a person's undesired thoughts, feelings, or impulses onto another person who does not have those thoughts, feelings, or impulses. So this is basically taking out your problems on somebody else. Third one is reaction formation. This is the converting of unwanted or dangerous thoughts, feelings, or impulses into their opposites. The fourth one is repression. This is the unconscious blocking of unacceptable thoughts, feelings, or impulses. So that's just basically blocking out. I'm going to talk about that one in a little bit. And the fifth one is rationalization. This is putting something into a different light or offering a different explanation for one's perceptions or behaviors in the face of a changing reality. Now, my example here is my car accident. I was involved in a pretty bad car accident my senior year of high school, and from a little bit before the accident to about 10 minutes after the accident, I've completely repressed that space and time. I don't remember the actual accident or anything that happened immediately after that. Completely blocked it out because I don't want to remember it, I guess. It happened in the unconscious. I don't remember forgetting. I know that sounds weird, but I don't remember forgetting this particular space and time. I can't remember it when I try to think back to it, so I know that I've repressed that period. Now, my fifth and final thing, which I believe is the most important to personality, is identity. The formal definition is the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. Now, it says thing, which means that identity can happen to anything. A water bottle can have identity, animals have identity, and especially people have identity, which is why it's such a big contributor to personality. As everything that we do, traits, environment experiences, stress, defense mechanisms, everything incorporates into your identity, which is who you are, and everything has an impact on it. Now, I have some things beside me that have created my identity and created who I am, so I just thought I'd show them to you. A Red Bull can, and as you can see, I also have a Red Bull neon light in the background. I am addicted to this stuff and have one of these in me, and I'm the most outgoing person, which is not who I usually am, but that's part of my identity when I drink one. Second is a volleyball. Not many people would assume that I'm a volleyball player, but I've played since I was like 3 years old, and that's been a big part of my life. Other thing is my Ohio State. It's actually a pillow pet. It's pretty cool. It's my favorite team, and that's just been a big part of my identity. All my family always gives me crap because I don't actually go there, but it's a big part of my identity. Fourth thing, my golf club. Again, something that normal people that know me wouldn't think that I do, but I love to golf, and it's something I have in common with my dad, so that's something that we can go do, and love to do that. And then the fifth and most biggest thing that I've already talked about is my skateboard. It's probably the biggest part of who I am. It's really what I identify with, and it has really impacted my personality ever since I was a little kid. So now, to sum things up and to finish up here, I wrote a little quote. This is what I believe: if you understand personality, it can benefit you the most. And my quote is, if you understand it, you can control it, change it, and act on it. If you don't understand it, others will have the power to live and control your personality for you. So what this means is you need to be familiar with your traits, familiar with your experiences, control your stress, and limit your defense mechanisms when you don't need to, because everything creates that identity and makes you who you are. You have to be in control of yourself in order to have a good personality. You can't let others create your personality for you. Thank you.